everyone. Welcome back to Poets and Quants' Must Reads, a quick, digestible recap of the top business school news sponsored by CenterCourt, our virtual admission events. I'm your host, Christy Blyzeffer, and I'll be highlighting the most important P&Q stories you might have missed. So let's get to it. Number 1, MBA pay has vastly outpaced inflation. Inflation is an economy killer, and it's currently wreaking havoc around the globe, including in the United States. But an analysis of salary and compensation data gathered over years by Poets and Quants proves that MBAs have seen their pay keep pace with inflation, and then some. The 5-year analysis showed that inflation over that time frame was 17.6%, well below MBA salary increases of 28.1%. MBA grads also well outpaced the growth in median U.S. worker salaries, which just barely beat inflation at 18.7%. But not all MBA pay is created equal. The analysis found that salaries for the lowest paid MBAs at any given school, the nonprofit, government, or retail-bound grads, aren't faring nearly as well. You can read the full analysis now on our webpage. Number 2. Why Bain now ranks as the world's top consulting firm. For the past 3 years, Bain & Company has ranked as the #1 firm to work for in the Vault Consulting 50. Think of it as a state of the industry, where surveyed consultants rank their firms on measures that matter most to them: compensation, culture, leadership, work-life balance, and so on. Not only did Bain top its peers among North American consultants in this year's list, but among their European and Asian counterparts too. Finishing first doesn't happen by accident. In this article, we examine the reasons Bain consistently comes out on top, and you can find it in our trending tab. Number 3, Dean Shakeups. 2 more leading business schools found new deans this week, and Poets and Quants has the receipts. First, nearly 2 years after losing its business school dean to Illinois Tech, Northeastern University has found a successor in David De Kremer from the National University of Singapore. The provost chair and management professor will start his new job at the D'Amour McKim School of Business on July 1st. Next, after a 6-month search, Washington University found a new dean for Olin Business School at nearby Northwestern University's Kellogg School of Business. Michael Mazzeo, a master teacher who has won numerous awards for his classroom prowess over nearly a quarter of century at Kellogg, will move to St. Louis at Olin's new dean on January 1st, 2024. You can read more about both of these new deans in our news tab. Number 4, our weekly roundup of news you can use. No matter where you are in your MBA journey, we bring several helpful stories for you this week. First up, if your test scores and GPAs aren't as stellar as you'd like, don't despair. These MBA admission directors share how they look beyond data points for an applicant's full story. They also offer helpful advice on how to tell that story and make your case to your target schools. You can find the article on our homepage. Next, why the mini MBA may be right for you. Not everyone can devote the time and money to a more traditional MBA, and not everyone needs to. This article outlines the type of candidate that may benefit from the mini MBA and how such programs work at leading business schools. You can find this article on our homepage. And finally, how can an MBA admission coach help secure an acceptance letter to your target schools? And how do you select the right coach for you? Our partners at Fortuna Admissions answers these and other questions in how to choose an MBA admission coach, which you can find in our admissions tab. And that's it for this week's Must Reads recap. I also want to alert anyone considering a graduate business master's degree to our upcoming specialized master's admission event. In these virtual panels, you'll get to explore master's in management, finance, business analytics, and other specialized business degrees to help determine which is right for you. Our next event is March 14th and 15th, and you can register now for free. Again, I'm Christy Blyzeffer, and you can join me next week right here for a recap of what's important in the world of business education. Thanks for listening, and as always, stay informed.